Well, very good morning to all you participants and afternoon to you Indian participants. So what we have session today is Hive. I believe number of students have taken enroll for this session. Prashant, Ravi, Ranjan, Hive, Shiv, Shikhar, Bhargav, everyone, welcome you all. So what is the agenda of today's session, guys? We will discuss about the Hive. What is Hive? What are the different application of Hive? How Hive is working with the Hadoop? We'll integrate Hive with Hadoop. Okay, and we'll process some data as well. If time allow, we'll definitely do some practical part as well today. All right. So, guys, what exactly Hive is a? It's a data warehouse package, or you can say it's a product of Facebook, which run its own query language that is called HQL, Hive Query Language. Okay, so what exactly Hive? That we'll discuss first on this part, and then we'll go for. Let me close all the part which it's already open, and usually I use this part. So what exactly Hive is all about? We can write. So what is Hive? It's a data warehouse package. Okay, which having its own query language that is called HQL, Hive Query Language, which is quite similar to SQL. Okay, it works as an ETL tool as well, which helps to migrate data from one location to another location. Okay, and it is good for semi-structured data. It is good for structured as well semi-structured data. So if you have a data which is a completely structured, which will be recommended, use Hive to process it. It's a completely structured ETL, structured query language, which is quite similar to SQL. So those who are into developer, those who are working as a SQL developer and they're planning to get into Hadoop, they're looking for a profile into Hadoop as a Hadoop developer, they can start working with as an developer in Hadoop by using this tool Hive. Okay, most of the code is writing into SQL. This is in fact called SQL of Hadoop, right? So structured Hive, it's a data warehouse package. It's having their own query language HQL. It is an ETL tool. It works as an ETL. Some of the performance which smells like it works as an ETL, migrating data from one location to another location. Okay, and it is also it is good for structured as well semi-structured data. Okay, so mostly in the production, those who are working, they're processing with the structured data. They prefer to integrate Hive with the cluster, Hadoop cluster, and they are processing data. So it is a completely different background. There's no Java API required. Uh, as I recommend that if you're an SQL developer, you're planning to get into Hadoop, this is what the best tool you can start working with, which is a pure SQL kind of query you're using here. We'll see some query how we write. This is what we have a table concept. Every table we have, like we are creating a table, we're inserting data inside the table. The same process we have to put the data inside the table by using a Hive. Okay, so let me make it large. So this is all about Hive. Okay, we go back. So if we talk about Hive, I'm not on the chat window. We'll complete the slides. We'll get back to you and we'll answer you all the queries once I complete my slides. So this is what your have background. Okay. It started at Facebook. Usually Facebook, if you talk about the Facebook infrastructure, how it using database and what are the different parameter they're using to process the data. I will show this complete infrastructure of Facebook, how exactly it pull the data from Scribe server and how they're putting the data on the Hadoop cluster. We know that how Facebook is working with the Hadoop platform. They're putting Hive on top of Hadoop and they're processing all the data, and this is what I have believe I have figured out some data. This is how Facebook process the data. Okay. Hi Tipo, welcome you. So this is how it pull the data from the web server, putting the data in the Scribe server, putting all the data on the particular server. It is just pulling the data from the internet world, and how the data is being migrated to the Hadoop cluster. This is what your Hadoop cluster on which it process the data. It integrate Hadoop. It integrate Hive with Hadoop, or you can say it put the Hive on the top of Hadoop cluster. So what all the data which is coming, it keep processing this data, and whatever the report is being generated, they are transferring this data to the Oracle rack. So Hadoop is working multiple different of databases, RDBMS, MySQL, Oracle. I'll let you know why exactly it is storing the metadata, meta store information. It's simply like a dictionary. If any of you are from the RD database, I believe you understand the data dictionary. So this is all the information, relational. Your meta store is all the information they are using into the MySQL. So couple number of database they are using. Some of the pics I have collected from Facebook. So this is what 200,000 servers they're running, and what are the database they're using: MySQL, Memschema, Cassandra as well. That's two NoSQL product they're using, including the HBase, Hadoop, Thrift as another language converter. This is all the mechanism that what they're using. So this is what it makes to run the world's biggest social network. This is what the infrastructure that it comes from, Facebook. And this is something activities that we'll discuss on today's session. Let me go back on my slide and we'll discuss. So this is all the infrastructure, how Facebook is working with us. Infrastructure. We have a complete data warehouse architecture of Facebook, and we have one keys as well. We'll read this case as well. Database, the ETL tool, what the Facebook is using, that data B in-house ETL tool, MySQL, Oracle Rack, Hive Data Warehouse, Scribe Server, this configuration, single node cluster, no data replication. That all the things will be clear once we cover the Hive architecture and how it exactly it works. This will be more helpful for me as well to make it more clear. Okay, thank you. Now, so this is all a small a background which I have shown it to you on a big page, and this is what is Hive we have discussed. It's a warehouse package which is built on top of Hadoop, used for data analysis. It is targeting towards who is comfortable with the SQL query. It is similar to SQL, that is called the HQL. It is more useful for the structured data. It is used to abstract complexity of Hadoop. No need to learn Java and kind of Hadoop API. It is completely independent of this part. It is a product which is developed by Facebook, and number of other communities are working too as well. So Facebook generating 10 terabyte of data, 10 plus terabyte of data per day, which is a terabyte of data, and they are using Hive to process this all the data. Okay, this is quite interesting. This is something that we are using the application every day in our day-to-day life, and how exactly this all the functionalities being worked, updating, sharing picture, and how their Facebook is retaining this data and processing with the multiple unstructured data, semi-structured data, structured data. So how it pull all the from a big data, how it pull the structured data. That is number of file format we have based on the file format, Hadoop table format. That is all the application we'll discuss today. Okay, so If you take in a format, what is Hive? It's HQL query, it's a data warehouse, it works in native and easily can plug in with the MapReduce program. I hope you understand we are integrating this query into this module with Hadoop. So ultimately that is a